In today's Sunrise Smart Start, we start with breaking news. Overnight, an 18-year-old man is in the hospital after being shot. That victim dropped off at the ER, but police say they're still trying to figure out where this shooting happened and why. The man is expected to survive. If you think you know anything, please come forward. In further overnight breaking news, police say they are investigating after a person was robbed at gunpoint. This happened around 11:30 last night on Miggs Street. Police say that during this robbery, the suspect did fire a gun. However, the victim was not hit, not hurt. But there are no suspects currently in custody here as well. Happening today, the man accused in the murder of a 16-year-old girl in Rochester will be in court for arraignment. That victim, Jacara Lopez Moore, you'll recall, disappeared last August. The search for her going on for 2 months before her body was found in a wooded area in October. Police do say that 27-year-old Rain Tapiato took the teen into the woods near Lyle Avenue, reportedly shooting her in the head. He pled not guilty to his charges of second-degree murder and criminal possession of a weapon. That court appearance will be at 9:30. Debate on bail reform resurfacing after that St. John Fisher student charged with attempting to kidnap and sexually abuse a faculty member posted bail, and he was released. The Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter says that he has apologized to that faculty member who described the harrowing moments fighting off the suspect. Baxter and others say that judges should be allowed to include a danger to the public standard when setting bail. In contrast, defense attorneys claim that standard could become problematic.
Regardless of how much money you have, whether you have $1 million in the bank or you have no money in the bank, that we implement a dangerous standard so we can hold you in jail for a certain amount of time. Not for the entire time until you reach trial, but at least for enough time so you can be evaluated, you can be looked at, plans can be put in place, victims get a chance to put plans in place, and not just have bail set and then walk the next day.
The other problem is that using an individual's behavior to determine they're dangerous, that's where we get into complex issues where if you were to ask 100 judges, I'm going to show you footage, of an individual being arraigned, you tell me, do you think that they're dangerous? 100 judges are going to give 100 different answers, depending on their background, their training, their familiarity with the culture, the class, the race.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office recommends that the state allow a certain independent criteria method to determine if a defendant should be held or not. 2 people are hospitalized after a police chase in Rochester. State police tell us that this happened on Driving Park Avenue. Troopers say that they were chasing a car with 2 people inside when that driver crashed. The driver is a 46-year-old man, and the female passenger were also hospitalized, and they are expected to live. The charges are currently pending for the driver. We're also told the woman had a warrant from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Topping some of our national headlines this morning, President Joe Biden delivers his annual State of the Union address to the nation tonight. He will speak before Congress, and this president is reportedly set to discuss the economy, immigration, and the wars in both Ukraine and Gaza. Biden will work to build a cause for his reelection in November. He's expected to face a heated challenge from former President Donald Trump, who has also commented on having a debate. We'll see how that develops. It is the end of an era in Buffalo. The Bills releasing Jordan Poyer and Tre'Davious White, among others. Poyer, White, and Micah Hyde, who has said he's not sure if he's coming back for another season. The 3 have controlled the Bills' secondary for nearly a decade. White missed 30 games over the last 3 seasons with major injuries. The move there won't be official until June 1st, but it does open up more than $10 million in cap space. Another big name cut, center Mitch Morse, kind of staying on that Micah Hyde reference there. They're also renegotiating Von Miller's contract. We've got a deeper look at a very busy day, Wednesday, for the Bills. We'll have a check of that on RochesterFirst.com. International Women's Day, fast approaching here, and a local effort is being raised to highlight the women of our region making impacts across the decade. Iran Spitzer joining us now live in studio with a preview of some of these events where you can learn something. Iran.
Yes, Brave Women Finger Lakes is a tourism effort celebrating women across 6 local counties and encouraging visitors to learn about the women of the region by visiting events, exhibits, and small businesses. One of those events is the Barbie exhibit at the Strong Museum of Play. It explores Barbie from the 60s to now across her 200 careers and features Barbies based on women who've made history. Another featured event is the Represent Great Women Artists exhibit at the Memorial Art Gallery. They're hosting a Fearless Female Pioneers Curators Tour today. The gallery features artists from pieces collected since its founding in 1913. I spoke with Michelle Parnett Dwyer, the curator of Toys and Dolls at Strong, and Jessica Martin, curator of American Art at MAG, about how these exhibits showcase women.
Barbie is often seen as a controversial figure, but if we really look at her in terms of history, she represents what was happening every decade. And so she's showing the larger ideas about how women were viewed in culture. And she was really an early feminist. She had a career in the early 60s when a lot of women were encouraged to stay home. She owned a home, and then she branched out into a lot of different fields and showed that girls can do anything they want.
Everything here is something that is a contemporary comment. It speaks to women's lives right now, but it's also calling upon historical traditions in the history of art.
The Brave Women campaign launched in 2020 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, granting women the right to vote. The week-long event ends on Sunday. Michaela, back to you.
Thank you very much, Ron. Another Rochester staple announces its own plans for the total solar eclipse. Genesee Brewing Company plans to host a viewing party April 8th, having some out-of-the-world food specials, live music, and an exclusive beer you can look forward to. Their beer garden opens up at 1, and the first 100 customers will get free limited edition pint glasses. Attendance is free. However, you attendees, you are encouraged to bring all of your own eclipse viewing gear, those glasses, to stay safe while you're looking out at the sun. Once in a lifetime there, certainly. Now, turning to your sunrise traffic here at 6:55, reminding you of that accident with possible injuries in Rochester. East Main Street, eastbound, westbound between Alexander Street and Prince Street. Here over the west side, we see some cars on the roads, but there's nothing slowing you down on your main expressways. 394, 95, 90, all green. So is 104 and 90.
Nice.
Across the board, looking about as nice as our day today. James, just make sure you got the jacket.
Yeah, jacket, and probably you don't need the sunglasses this morning, but you'll need them this afternoon as the sun comes out. Mid-40s for you today. Pretty easy day to handle as we get through your Thursday. Almost there, almost to the weekend. Friday looks great. Really should be a nice day for you with partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the mid-50s, maybe even a shot at upper 50s. And then we get into the weekend. It's going to be a busy one. Rain on Saturday. The wind picks up. 40s and 50s. We change the clocks over, and when we change the clocks over, that actually changes our weather apparently as well, as we go to snow showers for a lot of Sunday, and then maybe even some accumulating snow Sunday night into Monday. So a busy 72-hour stretch from really Saturday morning into Monday.
Yeah, just that quick reminder, we are not technically in spring just yet, although Friday is making a pretty good push for it.
Yeah, tomorrow should be great, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your morning here with us on News 8 at Sunrise, everybody. Next update in 30 minutes.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.